Hello, we're up to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. We're friends who are trying to visit some movies to be able to recent.
Yeah, I'd like to say that with there not being any weddings I'm working the next several weeks, this would be the last Sunday show for a bit. But yeah, well about that.
Long story short, long story short, everybody's next weekend, and we're gonna have quite the hectic time trying to get back in order to make sure we can do next weekend.
Yeah. On the plus side, on the off chance that we can't, get back in time, the following weekend I don't have anything going on, so we could always do a double header if need be. But yeah, this week has been long and mildly frustrating. So of course, first off, I did work the wedding last night, so I didn't get home until 11 something, and also went to work early on Friday, but actually got home early. It was like a special event thing that was going on. But yeah, so as I've mentioned before, I've been working on Pokemon Ranger. I think I'm 7 episodes in or something, give or take. But I've been doing that. Okay, earn the mana egg, and then earlier this week I received the news that hey, at the end of February, Pokemon Bank is shutting down. So yeah, here I am in a spin-off game, which I do eventually have to beat to have properly earned the mana egg. But it's oh crap, this is gonna take forever. I don't have forever. So I immediately had to pivot, and it's okay, I'm gonna use my app on my 3DS. I'm gonna mystery gift myself the mana egg. I will eventually come back to Pokemon Ranger later down the line when I actually have the time. But okay, get the mana egg, get the Fion, finish up Pearl, and then immediately move on to Platinum. Because yeah, it's crunch time. Of course, this also means that I'm not gonna have any Pokemon content for my channel for a bit, because yeah, this week's convention, following week is house sitting, so I won't be able to record anything. Yeah. I could release the Ranger episodes I have so far, but then it's oh yeah, here's 7 episodes of Ranger, future episodes months down the line, if not a year or so. That's I'd rather not do that. So it's why do you do this to me, Nintendo/Game Freak? Why? So I had to pivot my schedule. Okay, focus on the mainline games first. Finish up Platinum, move on to Generation 5. Maybe see if I can do Black and then White 2, and not have to do Black 2 or Black and White then whatever 2. Just if I can get all the Pokemon that generation in those 2 games, I will do that. I can go back for any story differences or whatever later. And then X and Y, Sun, Ultra Moon, or the minimum amount of games to get them all, and then get everything over to the Switch, and then I can have time to do the spin-off games or the remakes or whatever. Farm for a shiny Celebi Crystal version on Virtual Console. But yeah, it's pretty much I have to really get down and okay, focus on the important things, and then once everyone is safe from the bank purge, then I can do the thing. So I recorded the epilogue thing for Pearl, getting the Manaphy egg, reading the Manaphy, getting the Fiona egg, catching that, and then did the first episode of Platinum, which oh hey, actual version differences right at the beginning. It's okay, don't go to the front to get the Pokemon. The professor just gives them to you. Okay, I need to be on the lookout for stuff I may need to voice in the future. But yeah, that's been my week. got my Stardew Valley secret lair cards in the mail the other day. That was cool. Um, thought about maybe getting like the Hobbit, one of the Hobbit secret lairs tomorrow, but it's only like 2 or 3 cards that I really want, and then for the price of the secret lair, I can just buy the cards in different artworks. Like, oh, Diabolic Intent, that I could get the Hobbit secret lair version, or I could just very well just get the Final Fantasy version with Shan Toto. And I'd rather much have that instead. Yeah, next couple days I'm gonna be prepping for the trip, and yeah, I get back on Sunday, and then I think on Tuesday I have next Tuesday I have to prep to go out again for a week of house sitting. It's like I'm gonna be away from my desktop. I'm gonna have to take care of cats. Why? Oh, and then also gonna have the bus to work, so that'll be fun. But like, it's only a week. It should be fine. A little bit busy, but not too much. And yeah. Yep. I think that's basically it for the past week. Um, Looking around, see if there's anything that jogs any memories. I don't think there is. Okay. Yeah, that was my week, so how are things going with you?
After some disruption from understanding point due to a certain thing I had to get over. Just finally able to get that finished, so get back to how winter usually goes weekly. For to get disruptions, feel easy to try and get back into, but to start anyway. Turns out to at least a couple of weeks at best of house guess at this point. So get over to my that's for at least a couple more, a few more Thursdays. points for these. I turned out a couple of days ago, so I've had myself include some yes, just get my stomach satisfied every day. Also good game search, so shit happens with pretty good, but it was a good playthrough. I two balls had to prepare myself for what the kind of situations will arise. Or at least for the upcoming days. Hopefully we'll be able to get a plan started. And what else to talk about? Drive by to work with, as well as a few other things that'll come as well. And so that starting early this afternoon, starting somewhere this afternoon or towards the evening, I gonna put up with a two-person home, including myself, for a month at best. So hopefully we'll be able to find ways around that. When I bet I managed to get she done just about, and see a few personal schedule shifts in the process, but was still able to squeeze in a bit of rest here before say this week has been a bit eventful, but for being at home, but just very much. Yeah, we just need to figure out for the next coming days. Hopefully, be able to work around any obstacles that might come.
Today's episode is interesting. Yeah, interesting is the right word. In that it's sort of a plot relevant episode, but also not really. It's like a way to move them from one area to another. But at the same time, what they do in this episode is actually rather unique for the most part, at least until I want to say the black and white era, and some movies and stuff or specials and stuff. So anyway, so
One of those surprises.
yeah. So by this point, Ash has his third gym badge. It's like, okay, third gym badge. This is wonderful. Ooh, hey, look, large boat. So obviously not Team Rocket. Come up to them. Yes, that's James as a girl. Yes, that. Get used to it. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we're giving out free tickets for the St. Anne cruise. Not the St. Anne, not SS Anne, legally distinct, completely unrelated to that other boat that's typically in Vermilion City. So it's like, oh, okay, sure, free cruise, that's cool. It's like, okay, and yeah, it's Team Rocket, but something's different here. So they go into a meeting with their boss. And it's like, yeah, as anyone who's played the game knows, it's Giovanni, but it's like he's in shadows, he's masking his voice, and so like, I'll get you next time, Gadget. That's the vibe I was getting with the voice masking going on. Yeah, it turns out this whole cruise thing is a Team Rocket operation. The plan is to invite a bunch of trainers on, and then once they're out in the water, take a Pokemon. It's like, oh my god, actual old Team Rocket plot. Don't get used to this. This does not happen all that much from here on out. It surprisingly does not happen all that much. It's like, I mean, I guess you could count like Butch Cassidy stuff for like other rocket operations, and then that little mini arc in Shoto, I think, with the baby Lugia, and then the thing with the Return of Mewtwo special. But other than that, for the most part, the main Team Rocket operations thing, it just is not a thing in the anime all that much, at least until the black and white era, like I said before, when, Jesse and James actually become competent. And they stop showing up every episode. At least until the audience complains, like, oh, we want old Team Rocket. And that plus the whole Earthquake thing, basically wrecking the whole Team Rocket versus Team Plasma story arc. Basically set up a return to the status quo for them, which is really unfortunate. Anyway, so yeah, they're on this boat. It's all cool, like luxurious cruise line, and it's like everything's cool. So actually, this guy battling this kid, and it's like this guy's Red King just absolutely demolishes this kid's army. But it's like, yeah, okay, we'll call it there. Don't be sad. It's just a practice round. Keep keep it up, kid. I was like, okay. Guy doesn't seem too bad. Any other challengers? And of course, Ash is like, yes. Like, so he challenges the guy to a battle with Ash using his Butterfree. And it's like, it's neck and neck. It's like even match. Butterfree goes in for the stun spore. Eradicate is stunned. Ash goes in for the finisher, and the guy just picks up the Eradicate and is like, let's call this a draw. It's like, dude, that's cheap. Like he was going to win, and he's like, oh yeah, this is a draw. Like, okay, that is poor sportsmanship. But yeah. So meanwhile, James is like walking down, checking out the vendors, and this guy is like, hey, want to get rich quick? Not literally what he said, but essentially. It's like, hey, take this Magikarp. It can lay 1,000 eggs. Those Magikarp can lay 1,000 eggs each. Then you have 1,000,000 Pokemon. Then even more than that. And you can sell them for like $100 each. Or actually, hold on. Let me check something. Let me look up version differences. No, I don't want. Okay, I tried clicking on Bulbapedia. It took me to Tubi instead. Why? I'm guessing the whatever. Okay, dub edits. Okay, so in the English version, he sells James the Magikarp plus additional accessories for $300. In Japan, it was 30,000 yen, which actually isn't that. Okay, so in today's money and conversion rates, that's about rounding up $189. Oh, to be fair, or back then it may have been a bit more. It could have actually evened out to maybe about $300 more or less back then, because inflation and everything, yada yada yada, or something. Anyway, money conversion rates change. So like James is like, ooh, get rich quick. I love this idea. So he buys the magic carp. Meanwhile, back with Ash and crew, they're just enjoying the food, and the guy from earlier, with the Eradicate, comes by and is like, you have a pretty good Butterfree. How about we trade? My Eradicate for your Butterfree. And Ash is like, I don't know. And then he goes into this whole thing about like, you trade with one person, trade with other people, and like get to know more people, and it's kind of like this whole networking thing, I think. And it's like, meanwhile, Brock is like entranced by the guy's lady friend, and when Ash asks like, "Should I trade?" And Brock's just like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So Ash trades his Butterfree for Eradicate, and we get this whole like memory montage flashback thing, like of all the time Ash spent with Butterfree. And it's like, whoa, cool it with those flashbacks. We're gonna need them. We're gonna need those a little bit later in the show. So they go through with the trade. So they're still chilling, and Ash is like, and he's just like, what's wrong? It's like, I'm kind of having second thoughts about the whole trade thing. I mean, Butterfree was like my first Pokemon, and is really gonna take good care of it. I mean, he's just some random person I met today. It's like, huh. Back with James, yeah, Jesse and Meow really tearing him like, okay, it's a Meow. I mean, it's a Magikarp. We'll start with them. Yay! It's a Magikarp. They're useless. They have no battle talent. They're not good for food. You got totally scammed. Like, no one's gonna buy a Magikarp. Wait, where did you get the money for this Magikarp? Well, I mean, I didn't have enough in my advance for it, so I took it from yours as well. And yeah, Jesse's pissed. Like, you used my money on this useless piece of flesh. You are getting that refund. So now James is on the search for the vendor that scammed him, and knowing that guy, he probably ditched that boat an hour ago.
Not to mention, for a moment, he seems to have forgotten a certain task when it comes to the team.
Yeah, like, yeah, Ash and crew are like chilling, and then suddenly Team Rocket, not normal Team Rocket, actual Team Rocket. But James, but meanwhile, James is like, yo, guy who sold me the magic car, where the hell are you? I want my refund. But Jesse pulled him aside, like, I want the money back as much as you, but we're on the clock here. We need to do our thing. So they do their motto, except James is really not really into it right now. So Team Rocket tries to capture or take everyone's Pokemon, but actually just like, no. And it's like, guys, you have Pokemon, they're attacking you, thus they are free game to attack. Let your Pokemon out and start attacking. And so everyone lets their Pokemon out and start attacking. Pikachu's teaming up with Pikachu's, Charmander's teaming up with Charmander's, Eradicate teaming up with Butterfree. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. yeah, Ash forgot he traded the Butterfree. But yeah, Team Rocket's being fought off, and it's all good, except it's not good because now it's storming outside, the boat is rocking, and oh, this is not good. The captain just said, this boat is unsinkable. That's never a good sign. So yes, the boat is in fact sinking. But the people are evacuating, and Ash is like, okay, I could evacuate, or I could go find that guy, get my Butterfree back. I would do that. Meanwhile, normal Team Rocket, it's like I believe James was chasing after the Pokeball with the Magikarp in it because like that was their investment, and so Ash gets the Butterfree back, and stuff happens. And long story short, everyone is knocked unconscious, both Ash and crew and Team Rocket. And the boat's going, and gone to the highest bidder, the ocean. And of course, the captain is out there like, "Hey, everyone that didn't make it out, raise your hand." No one's raising their hand. Okay, everyone made it off. And that's where the episode ends with Ash and crew and Team Rocket unconscious in a boat that's sinking and is already pretty much all the way underwater. And that's where you're gonna have to wait for 2 weeks. Just love cliffhangers. Like I said, this is a very interesting episode in that we actually get proper Team Rocket plotting involved in an episode, as opposed to like normal Team Rocket plot of like regular Team Rocket plot of the week. This is like okay, proper Team Rocket organization plot, and like I said, unfortunately, that's not something we get all that often. Like at most, we get like the occasional Butch and Cassidy plot, or the stuff with Mewtwo, but just Team Rocket organization as a whole is just like barely existent in the anime. Like, like we're actually getting a two-parter. It's like another thing that doesn't really happen all that much. Like sometimes we get like some story arcs that happen that take a few episodes, like the aforementioned whatever with the baby Lugia a couple seasons down the line. But it's like, yeah, it's just really rare.
As well as another sense from not sure how long ago it's been now, but Starters could have been considered a trilogy of something.
Like something else we don't really see that often is actual Pokemon trades. Like that's different. Like we don't see Pokemon trades again. It's like I mean, like not with the actual. No. See, like in the Diamond and Pearl era, like I'm pretty sure he had a Pokemon that's like was more interested in the contests than actual battling. So I think he ended up trading it to Dawn. Mind you, I haven't actually watched Pokemon up to that point. I think I dipped out like around the Hoenn era, but like from recap videos I've seen, I want to say that's the case. So there have been like other trades. I'm not sure if they actually use like the proper trading machine, or if it's like just a swapping of Pokeballs or whatever. I mean, the machine's probably like necessary to like properly register the trade, so you know, if they had to do any like moving a Pokemon around, they can be like moved to the proper location. But I don't know. Yeah, it's yeah, like this is still like early series. This is like episode 15, but like they're still kind of like experimenting with like the format and stuff. Like, oh hey, what if we actually have a actual Team Rocket plot and leave on a cliffhanger with the crew in possible mortal peril? Like, why not? We don't even know if there's going to be a season 2 after this. Or I don't know. I don't know exactly if they knew how much the show is going to keep going or whatever. Oh. Yeah, just getting through the episode. But yeah, it's like, yeah, looking at the Team Rocket grunts, like, yeah, it's standard faceless grunt. Oh, well, that one's a girl. But, yeah, just like black clothes, black hats, as opposed to standard Team Rocket's white, uniform. Which, now that I think about it, it's like, is there a reason why regular Team Rocket has the white uniform, as opposed to what seems to be the standard black uniform for Team Rocket? Actually, let me Google this.
Could have to do with the whole rank thing, much in the same way that in sports there's rookies and there's veterans.
Possibly. There is a Team Rocket uniform page on Bulbapedia. Okay, so trainees basically uniform with like trainees uniforms are like dark red or blue. Grunt uniforms okay. Black uniforms are the grunts. White uniform is the B rank agents. No, what? No, a first kind of black uniform is worn by grunts. But then there's also other black uniforms by the A rank agents, which includes Jesse and James later down the line in black and white, as well as Cassidy, Butch, Domino, and Miyamoto. Oh, Miyamoto. I was like, who's Miyamoto? It's like, oh, that's Jesse's mom. So yeah, yeah, I don't know, like,
And
why they decided to have the A-rank agents be black uniforms, but also the grunt uniforms? Like, oh, no, I guess silver uniforms are for the A-plus agents. I guess the main difference is that the grunts have the black hats and, like, the gray boots. Okay.
also sounds like they named a character after a certain Nintendo figurehead.
Yep.
And what's wrong with tapping visuals? I could help notice references to another popular 90s anime of the time in terms of some of the clothes. So to realize the usage at the beginning are similar to a space other sorts as well. Sorts, but it was the I guess I've had those. Probably one of the more probably also quite noticeable. Oh, hi, Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, apparently there was one interesting change from the Japanese version. So, after Jesse announces that Team Rocket is going to take all the Pokemon, in the Japanese version, the crowd is just silent. The English dub actually added the crowd reacting, which seems a lot more realistic. It's like, wait, what? They're going to take us. What? So, good on the dub for that.
And looking to have a trade loss here. One stark difference from, well, certain person who became the subject of a mystery point of sorts that was later unveiled if you bought a certain toy. One stark difference, only part of his face was shown. Not the eyes, mind you, but still. I can't remember. Was Misty's star crystal thing damaged at one point beforehand?
Apparently, fun fact. So, apparently, according to Rachel Ellis, this and the next episode were actually the first episodes to actually be dubbed into English.
Hmm.
Yeah. I see. So Saint Anne is actually the ship's original Japanese name, but apparently got changed to the SSN in the games. So it actually keeps the original Japanese name and not just like, I guess, what our games ended up calling it. Okay, that's cool. So it is in fact the same ship.
Well, even if you're damage ship to at some point, it's probably the first time we can see certain damage being taken. As you're speaking up, and I'm pretty sure magic carp aren't quite that rare, as opposed to the goals, of course, that Team Rocket was supposed to set up as.
Yeah, it's like magic carp, like the most common thing you can fish up, generally, like anywhere. I mean, to be fair, if what the guy said was right, and that if they lay like 1,000 eggs each, then it's like, no wonder there's tons of them around.
Even so, a Russian member would have probably caught onto the whole 1,000 egg thing.
Yeah.
First, obviously, unification against something bigger, in a sense, and yeah, even after some Western things that happen towards the end of the episode, in order for a certain point in time to actually happen.
The excellent theme. I mean, the right spot on tips. But yeah, it's like, also, on the boat when everyone's fighting Team Rocket, the Butterfrees just use stun spores on the rocket grunts. It's like, don't worry about their Pokemon. They have Pokemon? I don't know. But yeah, just stun spore the rocket grunts. Okay, done. It's like, the spore moves are really versatile when dealing with enemy combatants.
I was impressed with finding something like Pidgeotto, in which gust attacks could have an effect.
Yeah. Which, I mean, yeah, gas attacks. James has a coffee, and I'm pretty sure they use like gas-based attacks every now and then. So, yeah. Of course, unfortunately, Ash has a Pidgeotto, so that option kind of not a lot useful at the moment.
Should notice the connection of interest of the titles, but whatever. Sometimes that's the fun of being the FTV. Can't wait to pick out the term in terms of the opposite of a fourth outbreak in terms of get rid of corrections and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. As mentioned before, the early establishment of a larger organization instead of just those three, which of course will come into play much later. So it references to other things coming correctly every time. Few moments trying to figure out next, and spritzing should have went in the direction of cliffhangers that have secondary titles in terms of outright spelling the parts. Yeah, that kind of does make 2D quite a bit more interesting. Yes. My assertion of relevancy would we're going to land it next in the pipeline. That's I feel it's too appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good episode, and like just all season one is just like just good classic Pokemon, and it's like hard to really see anything bad about it, you know?
And like I said, if you're a first time viewer, quite a few surprises. Over the course of these episodes.
Okay, so. Oh, yeah. Like I said, part 2 will have to wait for another 2 weeks because next week we have something a bit special given what we'll have just finished up with.
Plus recent announcements.
Yeah.
I feel like the relevancy was a bit too spot on.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Oh. We had an interesting news week this week because there was a big Disney thing that happened, and yeah.
But I come kind of feelings will be carried over into next week, but yeah, for the most part, like I said, that was quite the thing to look forward to.
Yep. And some of the announcements they made, wow. Oh. Disney announces Zootopia 3 with birds joining the city. Disney Plus shared the essential Marvel watch list for Avengers Doomsday. Tomorrowland is being reimagined at Disneyland Park, with multiple new attractions being introduced. Glenn Close has returned as Cruella to present the first look at Villain's Land for Magic Kingdom. Also got a Magic Mirror Dark Ride, Maleficent Roller Coaster. Monsters Inc. Land Monstropolis will open in 2027 at Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World. The door coaster will not be open at launch. Scar and Simba's final confrontation will be featured in a new Lion King ride at Disneyland Paris. It will be Scar's debut as an audio animatronic. Ooh, new concept art for a Coco ride at Disney California Adventure. The ride will be set before the events of Coco 2. So they're saying that the ride is canon to the movies. Okay. Stephanie Beatriz, Jestero, Diane Guerrero will be reprising their roles for the Encanto ride at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Officially called Antonio's Fiesta de Encanto. Was teased for the Avengers Infinity Defense ride. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Anthony Mackie, and Jeremy Renner will all reprise their roles. Iman Vellani will also return as Miss Marvel for the ride's pre-show. Gonna be a Spider-Man roller coaster coming to Shanghai Disney Resort. The Yeti audio animatronic will return to Expedition Everest at Walt Disney World. Spaceship Earth is getting a reimagining to include the present day and beyond. Jamie Lee Curtis and Bryan Cranston will be the new voices of Mom and Dad at the updated Carousel of Progress from Magic Kingdom. Teaser for Imagineering Story Season 2, releasing 2028 on Disney+. Here is the big announcement. Kingdom Hearts 4. Late 2027, all of the consoles and Steam. Coco World. Disney and Donald and Goofy are going to be playable as well as Mickey. There's an extended trailer. Like, Like, I think this is like the first new Kingdom Hearts game we've gotten without. No, wait, no, scratch that. I forgot we had Melody of Memories. I was about to say like first Kingdom Hearts sequel we've gotten without some sort of in between spin-off game or whatever. But like, no, wait, no, they had the rhythm game, which I believe is still stuck on console.
Yeah, I was pretty sure even though I missed
Almost.
I was pretty sure even though I missed the announcements, there might have been some in-betweener titles, so to speak.
Yeah, although Melody of Memories didn't really like advance the story all that much. It's like, oh yeah, Sora is like in the world beyond reality or whatever. I think she still needed to be saved by Sora, despite it being her. Sorry, needed to be saved by Sora, despite it being her own game.
So I would argue Mickey's playtime has been increased, as usually as part of the respawn period, he becomes part of the.
Particularly, Mickey was playable in the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. Sort of, kind of, a little bit, technically.
Like I said, the playtime is going to be extended this time around.
Yeah. It did look like he's going to have like his own actual proper area in the story to play around with, so that'll be interesting. Pixar head Pete Doctor says a Ratatouille sequel is always possible. But we're always exploring to see what we can do with these characters. The poster for the new Lilo and Stitch short film, the short fellow Stitch as he goes to war with the cute cat that Lilo adopts. Kevin Feige says introducing Jean Grey in Spider-Man Brand New Day was about introducing a different type of antagonist for Spider-Man. He had something that they wanted to explore Peter's abilities as a detective. I never really thought as Peter as a detective. I mean, he's good at science. Never really thought detective, though.
Kind of played
around.
Technically, they kind of played around with it. Technically, they kind of played around with it back in the old Fox Kids series. This is starting to sound like a bad comic book plot.
Yes, the Clone Saga episode. I wonder if it was like the series finale. Good times. I think that's for like a proper home release of that series, though. Maybe a Blu-ray. That would be cool. First, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man season 2, releasing in January on Disney Plus. Holland and Justin Daniel Cretton have done an interview that will be featured in issue 1000 of The Amazing Spider-Man. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds have officially released their video trying to pitch to be part of Avengers Doomsday. Quote, just wondering if you might need some help. Give me a moment, just take a sip. Oh, welcome to. Yeah, apparently Ernesto de la Cruz is coming back. And Miguel. Yeah. I've actually seen Coco yet. I heard it's good, though. I could watch it, or I could just play through it in Kingdom Hearts 4. Mostly play through it.
Well, at least you'll have the advantage of not having to sit through at least 20, possibly 30 minutes of the Frozen short, which we covered previously.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, taking bets. Who's guessing that Ernesto de la Cruz is going to turn into a giant Heartless? Or summon a Heartless? Or it'd be like a thing like with Clayton in the Tarzan world, where it's like he teams up with a Heartless and just ends up fighting it by the end. Who am I kidding? That's a sucker's bet. Uh, Dick Schrader says his X-Men movies will include a lot of things never done before for the X-Men on films. But digging into those comics like the Chris Claremont run and the new Jonathan Hickman stuff, there are so many stories that are still untold. I mean, hey, as long as we don't go over the Dark Phoenix saga for the 10 billionth time again, because they've done like what 2, 3 times, and they all sucked. Dave Filoni says they are not making the Hunt for Ben Solo currently. Okay, first concept art for Frozen 3. The film will follow Anna and Elsa facing against an evil ice cream after evil blah 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 blah. Facing against an evil ice cream after she disturbs Anna's wedding. Sorry, brain is a little bit. Apparently, Olaf is gonna find love, and that even has a love song. Well, apparently Adam Driver is gonna be Mr. Sinister. Oh, this can't end well. Reveal of the X-Men cast. We got Christopher Abbott as Professor X, Kit Connor as Cyclops, Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, although we already knew that. Inde Inaverent as Rogue, Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister, and Maya Boyd as Storm. Got the first trailer for Ahsoka Season 2, releasing January 20th on Disney+. Also, we got Samara Weaving. Oh, we already knew Samara Weaving as Emma Frost. Got the official logo for the movie. Got the first trailer for Vision Quest. Got to see Vision and Ultron releasing October 14th. It's like, oh hey, finally getting Vision Quest after who knows how long. Let's pick at the villain for Incredibles 3.
I couldn't help but look at the image and think.
Yeah,
I couldn't help but look at the image and think, Magneto, is that you?
maybe. I mean, not actually, but it's like, probably best to wait for like a full actual image, not like a shadowy figure outline thing.
And speaking of X-Men, we're going to get a new Professor X.
Yep. To be fair, Patrick Stewart's getting on in years, so
yeah,
it's like at this point, it's like it's best to just like let him enjoy retirement or whatever he wants to do. Together for Percy Jackson Season 3, releasing November 20th, Disney+. Let's take an Oswald animated series. Ooh, made exclusively with hand-drawn 2D animation. Nice. A live-action Tangled remake, March 31st, 2028. apparently Bob feels like he is washed in Incredibles 3. Oh, you mean again? Isn't it like his partly his subplot in all the Incredible films is like he feels washed? I got a first look at Angel and Lilo and Stitch too. First teaser for Pixar's new original film, Ghost Market. The supernatural thriller follows a young boy who enters a hidden market that happens to be the crossroad of the living and dead. In theaters, spring 2028. Yeah, it's weird, but the deals are to die for. Yeah. Oh, okay. Tried. Ooh, right, Kingdom Hearts. Animated series. Yay! Now, from what you can tell, I think from what I've read, it's going to be like its own whole original thing and not like an adaptation of what we have before. So basically, it's yet another piece of Kingdom Hearts media that you may need to watch in order to understand the full plot of the franchise. Which, to be fair, is totally a no-more thing to do.
Who, by the way, is involved, if I read another article correctly?
I mean, yeah, Kingdom Hearts is like his baby. He will not let anyone else touch it. To be fair, he's like probably the only person in existence who knows like what's going on. And some days I doubt even that. Okay, so apparently Incredibles 3 will follow the children in a quest to prove that they can be real superheroes, with the villain focusing on the idea of how not all superheroes are good. Okay. And Hathaway reveals that they are currently working hard on making Princess Diaries 3. A Squishmallows movie is in the works at Amazon MGM. I Sure, why not?
We should be used to it. We should be used to it by this point. It's just a product it sells, that it's a TV show or a movie. That works, kind of.
Yeah,
Depends on things, and
yeah,
well,
sort of.
if that gets successful, there's the the either direction as a follow-up or sorts.
Yeah. Oh, Glenn Powell is rumored to star as Gaston in a Beauty and the Beast prequel movie. No one bombs like Gaston makes bad movies about Gaston. It's like, who asked for this, really? Like, I mean, then again, it's Disney making prequel origin story movies about their villains is something they've done several times by this point. So I really shouldn't be surprised. Uh, The Mandalorian and Grogu will release on Disney Plus on September 2nd. The live-action Power Rangers series is no longer moving forward at Disney Plus, meaning that at this point there is no Super Sentai content whatsoever in production at any time, anywhere at this point in time. Honestly, at this point, I'd honestly be fine if they like took several shows that they didn't adapt and like instead of just adapting them, it's like I don't know, give it an English dub or something, you know. I'd be perfectly fine with that at this point. I mean, hell, it could save them money in the long run too. They don't have to hire other actors. I mean, they probably still have to partially pay royalties for the original Japanese actors, but at the same time, it means they don't have to worry about like proper production stuff. They they just hire voice actors for cheap, like all companies do, and pay a fraction of the cost of actual actors. In fact, I'm pretty sure that like some early adaptations of Super Sentai, mind you, it wasn't like the popular Power Ranger stuff. Like before that, they actually did do just like they dubbed over the audio. So it's something that has been done before, and honestly I don't see why not. You know. Then again, I think the main issue is that okay, it says Disney Plus. Wait, I thought Hasbro had Power Rangers at the moment, or maybe Hasbro was working with Disney Plus, or huh. Point is, whoever owns it, it's like with all the production costs and everything, but they don't actually probably own the stuff for like some of the stuff. Some other company would be getting the bulk of the profit of it, and they just do not want to deal with that. And again, the fact that like with the whole Hasbro thing, it was the old CEO that like the whole Power Rangers thing was his idea, but no one else on like in the company really was for that. But then that CEO died, and then yeah, it kind of all went downhill from there. Oh, yeah.
Could also be shared. Some companies have been known to do that, especially since Hasbro has had Disney licenses.
Okay, so got a an animated rotoscoped version of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Every frame of the film has been illustrated by hand with artists going over the original film's footage. Okay, that's interesting. Charles Malton responds to rumors about him playing Beast in the new X-Men movie. Quote, it depends on what day or moment you catch me on. But right now I'd say I think I believe in Jake Schreier and Leash so much I would love to work with him again. Matthew McConaughey reveals that he turned down the role of Joel in the Last of Us series. Quote, it was really good, but it wasn't for me at the time. There's posters for the Friday the 13th prequel series, Crystal Lake. October 15th, Peacock. Brand New Day has become the fastest film in history to pass $700 million domestically. Has the chance to become the highest grossing movie of all time in the US. New teaser for the Game of Thrones real-time strategy game. Uh, gameplay reveal happening on August 25th. Peter Capaldi has been cast in Only Murders in the Building Season 6. He's the third Doctor to appear this season alongside David Tennant and Jodie Whittaker's. God, only doctors in the building.
I guess no, wait.
It's like if we can get Shuri Gatwa, Matt Smith, and uh, Christopher Eggers, Christopher Eccleston, we can have like the full new Who setup for the show.
Took a little time about that one. Although with Eccleston, given his attitudes to certain projects in the past, yeah, we'll have to see how that. Yeah, we would have had to have seen how that goes.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure Eccleston's issues were with the production side of Doctor Who, particularly Russell T Davies and a few others.
Worth reminding, he was also in the Nicolas Cage version of Gone in 60 Seconds. I think he also got some frustrations over that.
Anne Hathaway argues that a movie featuring a dog being killed should automatically get an R rating. Well, everybody's so scared that we're casually doing it in movies now. The cast of DreamWorks' Forgotten Island praises the film's directors, Joel Crawford and Manuel Mercado, whatever, quote, they might be the two sweetest guys on earth, which puts us at such ease and allows us to take those risks because we know we are not being judged. Voice recording on Shrek 5 is now complete. There are still many unannounced voice actors for the film. X-Files creator Chris Carter claims that Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny are returning for Ryan Coogler's reboot. Well, at least Gillian, I think, is going to appear in the Coogler version. And I'm assuming David will too. Nathan Fillion will return as Guy Gardner in the Mr. Miracle series. Speaking of DC, Catwoman and Poison Ivy TV shows were recently pitched to DCE and HBO, but they passed on both. It's like Catwoman and Poison Ivy. Like, are we talking like supposed to be part of like the new DC Universe thing going on, like spin-off thing? Because it was like main DC Universe thing that like we haven't even probably got Batman in that universe yet. It's like, cool down, stop trying to Sony things up in here.
Not to mention what happened the last.
DC's.
Not to mention what happened the last. Not to mention what happened the last time they did a Catwoman title thing.
To be fair, I wasn't the thing with that one that it wasn't originally supposed to be a Catwoman movie, but they made it into one anyway. And more, speaking of DC, Waller and Paradise Lost are reportedly no longer in development at HBO. Wait, Paradise Lost. Hold on. Paradise Lost. Okay, that was the one that's supposed to be set on Themyscira, so setting up the Amazons. Which okay, but again, we're running into the whole issue of like, why do a thing for the Amazons when we don't even have Wonder Woman yet? They're getting ahead of themselves here. Like, we want to set up interest in the Amazons first by introducing Wonder Woman. I mean, yeah, I know everyone knows who Wonder Woman is, but we don't know what this universe's iteration of Wonder Woman is going to be like.
Well, either way, they managed out a certain bullet. Bees, my god!
Yeah. Alrighty then. So, Netflix will be giving Charlie vs. the Chocolate Factory a major 45-plus day exclusive theatrical release on November 5th, 2027. The film follows Taika Waititi as Willy Wonka when he returns to his factory after years in prison for turning a child into a blueberry. Huh. That's okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I that works. Like, oh my god, actual legal consequences. So as it turns out, it wasn't him turning the child into a blueberry that so much got him into prison, but all the OSHA violations.
So the idea that someone actually took legal action. Somehow, it's almost hard to imagine Roald Dahl have been trying that.
Yeah. He probably tried to pin all the responsibility onto Charlie by giving ownership of the factory to him, but like the investigations would have shown that all that happened under his watch. Ooh. A sequel to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish has been teased by director Manuel Mercado. But I'm sure there's things stirring in development. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is being added to star in a new series, Gaijin, for Hulu. The series follows an American culinary school dropout who spontaneously moves to Tokyo with his young son following his wife's death. X-Men 97 producer Jake Castorena talks about Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely's new X-Men in a new episode of Discussing Comics. Quote, no matter what it is, it has to fall under our guidelines of how would they have done this in the 90s? And that's probably like why X-Men 97 works. It's like, okay, they are being authentic to the time that if the show had continued, would have gone. And like, just like the dedication to the authenticity of the time, it's like, yeah. A Star Wars and Marvel crossover comic book series is happening, written by Kevin Smith with art by David Marquez, whatever. Okay, Kevin Smith comic. Okay, sure. honestly, surprised we haven't had this before.
For me, it was like it was only a matter of time.
That?
For me, it was like it's only a matter. It was only a matter of time.
Yeah, which means that after that comes out, Marvel will have crossed over with both Star Trek and Star Wars. Oh, apparently there's going to be a limited edition PS5 console and controller for Insomniac's Wolverine. Okay, black, yellow, claw slashes. I mean, it's alright, I guess, but like, feels like it's just kind of trying too hard.
If I remember correctly, I think his visage is also there.
Yeah, and you get like Wolverine's face up in the upper corner. It's like, don't really care for it that much. It's also PS5, so I don't really need it.
Still, certain fans will clamor over it as a collector's item.
Yeah. Deleted scene from Toy Story 5 reveals Jessie reuniting with Emily, who is now a grandmother. Well, I don't member badge. It suits her. Rosario Dawson recalls that her scene as Claire Temple in Spider-Man Brand New Day was cut at the last minute. Oh, I tell you, my post was already ready with a behind the scenes with my with my grandson wearing all of Spider-Man stuff because he loves Spider-Man. But I got the email, so yeah, I'm a reject of Spider-Man, and I'm a reject of the Devil's Rejects.
The thing is, she doesn't even know that the MCU already dodged a bullet.
Yeah. Polly, who's starting the new Harry Potter series, says that she strongly disagrees with J.K. Rowling's views on gender. Quote, I think that the trans community deserves safety and dignity and respect and total acceptance. But I love Harry Potter. Like, there's a classic argument of separating the art from the artist, but in this case, the artist is still getting money from it. So, I think the compromise in this case is if the artist is an absolute monster, either buy secondhand or sail the high seas. It is, in fact, the moral option. I've got a first hit at the Green Hill Zone from Sonic in Fortnite. Yes, Sonic is coming to Fortnite. Everyone comes to Fortnite eventually. Sonic came to Magic first. Screw you, Fortnite. We got him first. A Payday TV series is moving forward with 50 Cent set to executive produce.
And there we go.
And I'm back. Xfinity, everyone. Like clockwork, except the clock is never on time. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's highest grossing film, 1.1 billion, surpassing Dark Knight Rises.
Actually called it this time.
Yeah, like any time where I just like suddenly cut off mid sentence or set of sentences, it's like it's a good sign that something's happened to my internet. Ooh, in unfortunate DC news, My Adventures of Superman is now now in renewal limbo. Co-creator Jake Wyatt says viewership has been at its best ever, but DC Studios, Adult Swim, and HBO Max are charting their own futures amid an uncertain, unstable climate. He also adds that if the series doesn't receive a fourth season, it won't be due to a lack of support from DC studio heads James Gunn and Peter Safran, as they saved the show by getting it renewed for season 3 and giving it a spin-off series. Or basically, long story short is, it isn't because the show isn't good, it's because of corporate kerfluffery.
But not due to certain creators for the upcoming mainstream.
Yeah, no, not them, no. We got a first look at the villain in Disney's Hext, voiced by Jodie Foster. Oh yeah, that character is just radiating B-word energy. Mickey Mouse will officially return in a mysterious new animated project celebrating his 100th anniversary, according to Jared Bush. Eight Crazy Nights director Seth Kearsley has been hired to work on Marvel Zombies Season 2.
He'll find a better revenue.
Yep. You know what would be fun with Marvel Zombie Season 2? Getting Bruce Campbell involved. Like, even for just one episode. But yeah. Glitch has updated the Amazing Digital Circus merchandise descriptions for Jax to use she/her pronouns, further confirming each character is transgender. New artwork of Bill Seifert, Dipper, and Mabel for the Art of Gravity Falls exhibit at Gallery Nucleus. The 2-foot-tall painting was created by Miranda Parkin. Production on Foster's Fun Time for Imaginary Friends appears to have wrapped after nearly 2 years. Art director Kirsten Shield says that the project is ending, and thank Craig McCracken and the team for the work on the upcoming Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends preschool series. Quote, "Can't wait for you all to see it." Got a new look at twins Pappy and Nisha in Avatar 7 Havens, premiering October 9th on Paramount+. Fox is developing an animated Joe Dirt series. David Spade is set to return as the voice of Joe Dirt and serve as an executive producer. It's like, okay, that is something. Who was asking for this? David Spade was probably asking for this. It's like, what was the last thing David Spade was even in?
Hotel Transylvania.
He was in that. Oh, okay.
Adam Sandler has a ton of friends and often manages to direct them into a lot of his casts.
Yeah, that checks. Yeah, yeah.
Even when he's not have even when he doesn't have full jurisdiction.
Yep. New match of G4 MLP Icy Cups appear in Mexico. Everyone but the US get the fun stuff. Friendship is Magic is considered MLP FIM Classic now on Hasbro's YouTube. Got a new theme song for Friendship's Twilight Sparkle. Stay curious. The is adding stickers and pins to their store. New movie Bible slides appear for G5, including non-binary slide for Zip Storm. Right, anime and gaming news. Here we go. Hello Anime Season 2 unveils more cast. Tenkaichi, the greatest warrior under the rising sun TV anime, reveals teaser video, main cast, staff, April 2027 debut. The laid-off cheat grinding mage enjoys a new life anime's new action promo video reveals more staff. Tank Chair Anime's new video unveils more more cast and staff, song artists, and October 4th debut. Tank Chair? What? Okay, yeah, that is Tank Chair. Yeah, that checks. Reincarnation in the game world, Dankatsu Anime reveals main cast, staff, January 2027 debut. Little Boss's Red Best Anime gets second season on October 3rd. Reincarnated as a Sword Season 2 reveals September 30th early streaming debut, theme songs and trailer. The Apothecary Diary Season 3's trailer unveils October 2nd debut, broadcast, and opening song. That one. The Prince of Tennis 2 Youth 17 World Cup Kesho member Kate Tyson anime reveals promo video, broadcast, September 30th premiere. From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman Season 2 anime reveals new promo video and more cast. That one. My Sword Seat Master is too cute to live with, and TV anime confirmed reveals visual. That one. McDonald's offers One Piece and SpongeBob SquarePants crossover Happy Meals around the world. Demon Slayer Cafe opens in Chicago. Ooh, okay. Hey, if we can get more of these anime-themed cafes in the US, I'm all for it. As I mentioned before, Pokemon Bank app ends service in February 2027, closing after February 25th. So if you have anything from the DS or from the GBA to the 3DS era that you want to transfer forward, you have until then to do so, at which point, too bad. McDonald's teases Hello Kitty and Godzilla crossover in the US. Persona 4 Revival game introduces new features and trailer. So, fully voiced events and flying, new music, baton pass, and primetime meter. Studio Chromoto Studio Colorado, Shigo Yamoshita produced new Pokemon short about War Turtle. Titled War Turtle and the Ongoing Summer. Roku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 3 anime reveals trailer 3 cast members for Chaos Breaker arc. Mafia, the Omerta collection, officially announced. Asha Sharma's Bethesda visit overshadowed by protests and a giant inflatable rat? What? I'm sensing there's something I'm missing here. Okay, so apparently the 30 to 50 foot inflatable rat is a common form of protest used by unions. Okay, so it's to protest Microsoft's recent Xbox layoffs.
So really Todd Howard is off the hook this time.
I mean, from what I can tell, Todd Howard may make shoddy games, but he's in the dick. Oh, Lord of the Rings, War in the North Legacy Edition Shadow dropped. I can check something. So I actually do have the OG War in the North game. Okay, just checking. That. Black Myth. Black Myth Zong Kui devs aren't rushing to use AI. Zong Kui. What's Zong Kui? Hold on, let me see. Zong Kui. Let me double check the spelling. Okay, so Zong Kui is a legendary Taoist deity and ghost and king of ghosts in Chinese mythology. Okay. So I'm guessing the Black Myths series is like about like Chinese mythology and stuff, like because Wukong was the Monkey King, which of course was the basis of, which was what Son Goku was based off of. You know, the Monkey King, tail, staff, flying cloud, and all that. So okay, keeping on theme there. Max Payne 1 and 2 remake still in development and being published by Rockstar Games. Final Fantasy 9 remake was very far along before it's being sold, apparently. Doom Collection coming to Evercade with exclusive new features. Alright, going to my other website, or message board, whatever. This message descending that filter. Johnny Depp is in talks for Pirate 6, according to Jerry Bruckheimer. The screenplay is being worked on, but Margot Robbie would be the lead, with Depp as the side character. Which is probably how it should be, because, like, let's face it, he wasn't supposed to be like the main character to begin with, but Captain Jack just stole the show from Orlando Bloom, and it kind of went downhill. Well, not really downhill, but kind of spiraled from there until it became the Johnny Depp show. Ooh, save that one for later. Ooh, Viacom registers trademark for a new Avatar series titled Avatar Kuruk, Wave of Chaos. Stewart fails to save the universe, renewed for season 2 at HBO Max. Got an official trailer for Lego Star Wars The Mandalorian. September 2nd, Disney Plus. Ooh. Supergirl accidentally revealed that it used AI in behind-the-scenes clip. Not in the actual movie itself, but I think it was more for like concept art for like, okay, here's what we're thinking we might want to do with this film. So not in the actual movie itself, but like in the planning stages.
Sounds like a sleep of a crack, at least.
Entertainment Ventures are getting complete series Blu-rays. That's not enough. Mel Gibson says Lethal Weapon 5 is stuck in, quote, some kind of industrial film hell, even though the script is better than all the others.
Right, that Lord Oliver Brown charity tech engine's finally starring in Elvis, as we've seen at the Southern Devon Railway's mixed traffic weekend.
Ooh. Stardew Valley gets 3D VR mod with motion control support.
There's a really coming at the coming up in Waterloo with all the coming up in Waterloo Central films next weekend. Hoping Valley will be hosting an anniversary festival in September. You keep your locals ready for my Prime ports tomorrow. Water Valley suffers major flood damage. Campaigns being set up to fund the recovery. Alright, so in Germany, babies are trained to become a thing. Deutsche Bahn rolls out supervised rail service for kids traveling alone.
The 4D Black Hole update, the free DLC out now with 50 new levels and more. The limited edition Zelda 40th anniversary Switch 2 and Pro controller designs have leaked.
guess I need to order. Kenosis for this week going into the Prince family of Ben Jones, Dukes Hazards, Show Hall, Doctor Who EastEnders, actually 2 Doctor Who people for this week. Guess I had Nick Joseph, who wants to work in New Hope and EastEnders. Jim Powers, Sale Totems, Cooper Canucks, Bertesky, Sale Mariners, Tommy John, surgery note already. And all that star, Christina Wales. we said, big week slash weekend ahead of us. Gotta point out where travel times and spelling out things correctly. Not too much things go by, and hopefully figure something out for certain. Oh, this is a goal. Some extent of things. Hopefully we'll be able to get past yes, a good chunk of those challenges. Yes, until after con, and hopefully after the con. Safe to welcome back to Listed Print. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Take care.